Hey, how's it going? Ben here. Great to see you again. Thanks for tuning in. So in this video, I wanted to show you around my little house here in Thailand. I wanted to show you around the house. I wanted to give you an idea of what you can get for about $100 out here in Thailand. So I thought that might be useful for some of you to know. Maybe you're planning to move to Thailand, or maybe you're going to stay here for an extended time period. If that is the case, then you'll probably be looking for a house or a condo, probably for around about $100 per month. That's a pretty typical price point for a sort of small house or a small condo. So I thought I'd show you mine, thought I'd show you around a little bit, just to give you a little bit of reference about where I'm living, because it does vary from province to province. I live in South Thailand in the Suratthani province. Suratthani is pretty famous because it is a province that includes the islands Koh Samui, Koh Phanang and Koh Tao, so they're just off the mainland. I actually live in the city Suratthani, so I'm on the mainland, so I'm not near the islands, but we do still get a lot of tourists in this city, a lot more than where I used to live. And that's because you can get a boat or you can travel. There's an airport and it's got a pretty good link to those islands I just mentioned. So right now I'm in my back garden and it's a bit of a grey, rainy day. I hope the rain doesn't interfere with the sound too much. So this is not what this is not the sunny Thailand I left England for. A little bit grey today. So yeah, this house cost me 4,500 Thai baht per month. That's around 135 US dollars or 100 British pounds per month. That's the rent. Now, not included are the bills, obviously. So if you wanted to know my bills, I probably pay around 1,000 Thai baht for my electricity bill per month, and probably pay 100 or 200 baht for my water. Alright, well, we might as well jump into it and have a look around the house. Alright, so I thought we would start out front. So this is a little view of the street I live on. Sadly, it is a little bit of a busy street. As it turns out, it's a bit of a cut through. It's a bit of a shortcut if you're traveling through the city and you want to get straight into town and you're coming from one of the main roads that leads to the city. The street I live on is actually a bit of a cut through, so it does get busy. And this is the front of my house, so as you can see, it's a terrace, so I have a neighbour on either side. And there's a long row of fairly modern looking terrace bungalows, so they're one floor. One of the things that I really liked about this house is this area here, this little garage area, I guess. So it's a gated area and there's a roof as well, so it's great for parking my motorcycle. Which is one of my pride and joys out here. So yeah, massive positive for me was this little gated garage area, as I have somewhere dry that I can keep my bike. So it protects it from the rain in rainy season, which is pretty important. But also, and probably more important, is having some shelter from the sun, because the hot sun can cause like damage to the paint if you leave your vehicle out in it. Alright, let's head through the front door and into the living room. So this is my living room. This is one of the two rooms in this house. The first one, I have my fridge here as well because I don't really have a kitchen. And yeah, so this room was completely unfurnished. So all the furniture is my own. None of it is included in the price of rent. I had to buy some. But yeah, I've set up a little living room with a sofa and TV, and there's my area for keeping my shoes. And once again, all of the furniture, the fridge, the sofa, the TV, the tables, everything is mine. None of it was included because this room that I'm renting for 4,500 Thai baht is unfurnished. I guess that's because of the size. You can get some furnished homes. More typically, it'd be a furnished condo though. And leaving the front room, you head down this corridor towards the next room, and we'll go in here. And the next room is the bedroom. Okay, so into the bedroom. Pretty nice sized bedroom actually, got plenty of space, a large double bed. And the bed was actually included, so that was here. I didn't need to buy the bed frame, but I did buy the mattress. And as you see, pretty basic setup here, just an area to hang my clothes. Nothing too spectacular, and this is my desk. So if you watch any of my other YouTube videos, this is where I'm sat. I have a reasonable nice desk. I've got a few pictures on the side of the wall now, I want to get more. And yeah, obviously the bedroom is air conditioned, which is vital for me. The air conditioner was included as well, so I didn't need to buy the air conditioner for this room. That was already here. and I did buy the desk and the deck chair and all the other things you can see. So the bed and the air conditioner were already here, but everything else I bought once again, as like I mentioned, this house was unfurnished pretty much, with just a couple of things already in. Alright, leaving the bedroom, so those are the two main rooms of this house, and I do have a bathroom. So again, once again, very basic. The sink's outside, just a toilet, as you would probably guess, and a small, or well, medium-sized shower area. Pretty standard, pretty basic, very basic bathroom, but good enough for me. Yeah, so I did want to point out that there are like these ventilation holes built into the house. These are very common in South Thailand, and it's important if you have these, and on the windows, you can see in the living room as well, there is like a mesh to keep out the mosquitoes. So definitely look out for that. They were already installed in my house. I did buy this extra netting for the back door, but you definitely want to keep your house safe from mosquitoes, because there are a lot of mosquitoes in this part of the world. Another big selling point for me for this house was the back garden. So I have a nice back garden area, pretty rare for this price point, I'd say, and something that I was really into when I looked around this house was this garden. There's a nice, quite large grassed area. I've got a lot of plants, so all these plants in the pots are mine, and I like keeping them, so that was nice to have an area outside with a bit of a grass area and a place to grow some trees and flowers and all that kind of stuff. I'm quite enjoying having a little nice garden area. Yeah, so once again, this was a big thing for me about this house, one of the selling points, and why I chose to move in. Well, not a selling point really, I'm renting. But yeah, I really like the garden out here, and if you're wondering what those straps are, that's just some gymnastic rings that I installed, and then there's a washing line running across the garden as well. Probably should have moved all that, but you get the idea. So the garden pretty much looked like this when I moved in, except for the potted plants. And I have a kitchen area outside, so you can see the kitchen area outside. So the table again is my table. Luckily I already had that, and the work surface and sink was already there, so I've just got a kettle, clean water supply set up, and I had to buy like a tabletop sort of stove. And out here in Thailand, usually you'll have to buy the gas as well. You have to get these gas. You can get electrical ones, but they're not too good. I prefer the gas ones. It's pretty rare to see a built-in like stovetop out here at this price. Maybe if you're spending a bit more, you will start to see them in the houses. But yeah, once again, pretty good. Would be better if the kitchen was inside, but it's fine for me. Fan there to keep away the mosquitoes while I'm cooking, and a nice table. And I really like sitting out in my garden. Alright, yeah, so that's the house. I'm sat back down in the garden. It's a little bit humid, but not a very sunny day, so it's actually nice weather for recording. Like I said, I hope the rain doesn't distract from the sound too much and you can hear me clearly. I hope you found this tour of my house useful. I hope it helped you, give you an idea of what you can get for what price point here in Thailand. 4,500 or 5,000, let's say 5,000 Thai baht, so around 140 US dollars, just over 100 British pounds, is a pretty common price point for small properties for individuals out here in Thailand. My previous condo was also 4,500 baht. One of them was the first one I had. That was a fully furnished one-room condo. It had a little bit of balcony, much smaller than this place. The thing to bear in mind about this place, although it is pretty big, you can get much bigger for this price as well, actually. But because of its like sort of modern facade, and also because I have the garage and the well, not a garage, but I have a parking bay with a gate that's roofed, which is really important if you want to keep your vehicle nice, because the sun can damage the paint. It rains a ton in the rainy season, so it is really good having a roofed area to park. That's possibly something to bear in mind. And also I have this garden, so I have a pretty large garden space, which is pretty rare out here for this price point. If I was to have anything bigger. So for me, I live on my own. I don't really need too many rooms. So I just have a living area, bedroom, kitchen outdoors. It would be nice. It would be much better to have the kitchen indoors. I wouldn't have all the mosquitoes. I do have a fan out here which keeps the mosquitoes away, but it would have been nicer to have a kitchen indoors if I think back to it. But apart from that, I'm very happy here. If you have any questions about renting property out here in Thailand, then let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer. I've rented a few different properties out here. I've had 2 different condos and this sort of bungalow. So I have a little bit of experience of looking for houses and a little bit of an idea of how much you'll be paying depending on where you live. So if you have any questions, maybe I can help you out, and I'd be happy to, so let me know in the comment section below. If you plan on moving to Thailand, or if you live out here already, then consider subscribing, because I live out here and I make videos about living out here quite a bit, so maybe you'll find that enjoyable, entertaining or useful. And if you did find this video entertaining or informative, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it, especially if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.